Next to the Spanish border, in Beira Alta, is the Portuguese town of Almeida. Since the Middle Ages, Almeida and its castle have played an important role in the defense of the country, being one of the two gates of Portugal, the other being Elvas. Situated on a plain between the border and the river Coa, and surrounded by mountainous terrain, Almeida was the perfect place for a fortification. From the restoration of the Portuguese independence in 1640, the construction of the current fortress was started, and the medieval castle began to serve as a gunpowder magazine. During the 18th century, the fortress of Almeida was the target of Spanish invasions, and so the fortifications were improved over the century. November 1807 was the beginning of the French invasions of Portugal, the first one commanded by General Junot. With the escape of the Portuguese court to Brazil, Junot took over several strategic cities and towns in Portugal, Almeida's fortress being one of these. In January 1808, the Portuguese garrison surrendered to the French forces. This enemy occupation, like that of 1762, was a short-lived one, and half a year later, in August 1808, it was again handed over to the Portuguese forces. 2 years later, in August 1810, the third French invasion began with the siege of Almeida. General Massena initiated the siege by bombing the fortress of Almeida, and on the 26th of August, the gunpowder magazine in the medieval castle exploded after being hit by a cannonball. The explosion of 75,000 kilos of gunpowder and hundreds of thousands of cartridges was so strong that it devastated the castle and part of the town, killing hundreds of civilians and military personnel. 2 days later, the Anglo-Portuguese garrison surrendered, being unable to defend the damaged fortifications. As usual, it wasn't long before Almeida returned to the Portuguese hands. In April 1811, General Viscount of Wellington began to besiege the town. This time the French garrison was ordered to destroy as much of the fortress as possible before abandoning it. After being retaken, provisional works were made to recover the damage from the French. Few works were made to the fortifications of Almeida between 1815 and the beginning of the Civil War in 1828. During the Civil War, the local government sided with Dom Miguel, but the military garrison remained faithful to Dom Pedro. Almeida was quickly taken over by Miguelist forces and remained so until the end of the war in 1834. Until 1893, Almeida was considered one of the strongest fortresses in Portugal. Almeida's fortifications could not keep up with the evolution of military technologies, and from the 1890s, the fort of Almeida became a town without military classification.